Hello! Right, I'm just setting a timer so I can see how long I'm on, because I don't want to be on too long when I do these. Right, so yesterday was the first day of my challenge to myself to do a daily Facebook Live video. And to be honest, it turned into a eat that frog kind of scenario. I did everything I could not to do it, and I don't know why, because I love doing these. I enjoy doing live video, but I think I just was overthinking it, so I put it off too much. So in the end, it was kind of eat that frog, and I have to say, it wasn't the best, was it? It wasn't the best. It was a very kind of a vague, just chunter away to the camera. So today I've sort of been thinking a little bit more about what I want to talk about, and today my idea was in the shower. I have all my best ideas when I'm in the shower. So my idea today is just to talk about how we are all so different in our businesses, because it all comes down to how much time we have, what are the commitments we have going on, and everything else that's sort of just happening in our lives. So for me, my job is very much really a 6-hour-a-day job. I don't think about it like that. I do tend to try and fill my time as if it was a full-time job, which is quite often why I'm ending up always working to the last minute all the while. And as much as I know it's only 6 hours a day, I still kind of still expect to be able to do what I did in a full-time job. But that's because I've got my kids. My kids are 11 and 9. Think about that then. Shouldn't have to do that, should you? So they're 11 and 9. They still need me. They're at that point where they still need me, so I do have to really kind of run everything around them. So I do the school runs. I like to go to any events that are happening at school if I can help out on trips. I'm very, very flexible, and that's one of the reasons I do what I do and do my business, because I want to be there for them. So sometimes we have this habit, don't we, that we look and say hello. Drop in and say hello, let me know that you're here. But sometimes we have this habit where we think we need to be doing more because we look at what other people are doing and we think, oh, why can't I achieve everything that they're doing? And often it's because they don't have other things to do. I mean, I have my children, I have my dad who had a stroke a few years ago, I've got a husband, I've got all those other stuff going on. And my business isn't my be-all and end-all. It's a big part, but it's not everything. So everything else has to fit in as well. And often the people who are racing away with their businesses, who are flying, they are putting everything they can, every single minute of every single day, into their businesses. And if we're not careful, we look at them and feel, oh, what's going on? And you make yourself feel quite bad because you're not achieving what they're achieving. But the more time you put into your business, the bigger steps you make, the more progress that you make, the more you achieve. So if you've got less time to put in your business, you're doing smaller steps, but you're still moving forward, and that's brilliant. It's not about competing with other people. It's about doing your best with the time that you've got. So yeah, and sometimes you have to appreciate, last week was half term here, so I achieved hardly anything. I didn't really put much effort into it at all. I spent time with my children, my husband had the week off, and we just had a relaxing, fun week at home, and that was lovely to be able to do. But at the same time, when you're running your own business, when you've got something on, when you've got a project that's on, when you've really planned something, you do have to throw everything you can into what it is that you're doing. When I was originally setting up Make Your Way to Success, I was recording all my videos in the evening and nighttime when my children were in bed, and then working all day and planning what it was that I was doing the next night. So for about 3-4 weeks, I was doing 3 a.m. finishes and getting up at 6 a.m. to start. But I was so energised and I was so focused and I was so intent on what I was doing. It worked. It was great. It was fine. And it was also short term. So it didn't matter. It was absolutely fine. It gave me that kickstart that I needed to my business. And Make Your Way to Success is still brilliant as to what it is, and it still works, and it's there for me. So it was a great investment of my time. But it's all about finding that balance, and it's all about not looking at other people and feeling that what you're doing isn't good enough. As long as you're taking a step forward, it's always going to be good enough. But you do it at your speed, not at somebody else's speed. And the speed comes down to the amount of time and energy that you've got to put into something. So, yeah, so don't look at others. So say hello. Who's here? Drop me hello below. Drop me a comment. Love to hear from you. So yeah, this is me on day 2 of my daily Facebook Live challenge. Yeah, it's interesting. It's ever so different, not knowing what's going on and how you're responding. So let me know what you think of this so far. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to be talking about. It's really going to be a little bit about behind the scenes. It's going to be a little bit about how I can help you, and it'll just adapt and morph into whatever it is and whatever it turns out to be. But for today, it's that realisation. Yesterday I'd had a week off. My head was kind of like knowing that I was going to be doing this, but I hadn't quite thought it through, and when I was thinking it through, I was making it bigger than it was, so it ended up being Eat That Frog. But it still was a step forward. Other people can jump straight on and do things live and not have to think about it. That's fine, that's them. We have to do what is right for us at that moment in time and deal with that and deal with everything else that we've got going on. So yeah, and for me, everything revolves around the kids. It's a school run, it's activities, it's after school, it's all that type of good stuff that's going on. And I'm sure you've got loads of things going on as well. So, who's here? Say hello. I haven't had anybody, I don't think there's anybody I know that's come on, so drop me a hello below so I know that you're here. So what else was I thinking about saying? Yeah, eat that frog. Have you heard that saying? I've said it a few times, eat that frog. If you've got something you keep putting off and you do other things instead, and yeah, you know that job that you've got to do, that needs doing, but actually for some reason you just can't get started. Maybe you're not quite sure how to start, maybe you're not quite sure what it is that you're doing or why it is that you're doing it, and so instead you tidy your office, you tidy your craft room, you sort out all your supplies, you do everything else other than that one particular job. That's when you need to eat the frog. You just need to start. It's take that leap of faith. And that was me yesterday, which is why I didn't particularly have a topic yesterday to talk about, because in the end, it was if I don't do this now, it's never going to happen. And so it needed to start. So because it needed to start, there it was. So, oh, hi Susie. Totally agree on not comparing your business to others. Was having a mantra on that just this morning. Susan from Taunton, Somerset. Oh, have you got nice weather at the moment? Hope so. Lovely where you are. Rocket & Co. Oh, and what do you do? What do you do at Rocket & Co? It is. And we all do it. We all compare to other people. We can't help it. We look at other people's business and go, oh, that's what I want, or aren't they doing that well? But we can't compare because of the timing is different. What they've got going on in their lives is different. And if you're trying to run a job or run a business and you've got a full-time job as well and you've got a family as well and you're only managing to put in an hour or 2 each day, maybe 3 at a push, but you're always tired because you're late in the evening or anything else, you're never going to move your business forward as quickly as somebody who is full-time in their business. Now, I'm weird because I think of myself as being full-time. I have this sort of thing in my head. I think, well, I'm full-time in my business, so I should be racing ahead. No, I'm not. I do a 6-hour day. If I'm lucky, I do a 6-hour day because kids go to school for 10 to 9 and I have to leave here to pick them up so I'll pick them up at 3:30. And obviously sometimes other things happen in that time. So at most I've got a 6-hour day. So if I sit here and I compare myself and look at other people who have got, I don't know, maybe their kids go into after school care, or maybe they haven't got the kids, or maybe their kids are grown up so they don't need the support, and you look at what they're doing in their business and suddenly it's like, oh, what's going on? Maybe I'm not moving as fast. And it's the same as you do, and I know we all do it. It's not something that's just me, I don't think. So yeah, we're all different. We all have different commitments. We have different things going on. We have different places we need to be. And sometimes you just need to take a break from your business as well. Sometimes you get so caught up in what you're doing and you get lost inside your business. So by having some days off, so for me last week, having some time off, it gave me that time just to kind of chill and relax and step outside of the business so you can see it through fresh eyes and you get this different perspective. I say I had the week off. I didn't really have the week off because I've always got my phone on me, and if I'm not on my computer then I will pay attention to what's going on my phone. I very rarely stop. That's a bad habit, isn't it? Occasionally I do, It is a hard habit to do. Oh, my monitor stopped. I want my stopwatch going. So, Susie, it's lovely to meet you, but what do you do? What does Rocket & Co do? Oh, Taunton. Lovely. Love Somerset. Lovely place. I'm in Warwickshire. And lovely, lots of green fields, lovely, lovely countryside. A little bit greyish today here. Very warm, very muggy. What's it like in Taunton? So, going up on track. We don't need to have a conversation about the weather, do we? So, whatever you do, don't compare yourself to other people. You are brilliant at what you do as long as you take a step forward every single day, that you put time into your business. That's what it's all about. Don't get stuck working inside your business too much. Make sure, do you know, I used to be a photographer, and one of my first photography jobs was, I mean, I've gone off on tangent, but bear with me. I will come back. One of my first photography jobs was working in a makeover studio, and I just saw my hands like that, and you go, it's what we'd call banana fingers, and go, it's not what you do. So, it should be like that, Nicola. Not like that. Not like that. Nice little shape. It's all flattering. A little bit of an angle. Shoulders. What do you think? Is that better? Is that better? I can't hold this so to talk. That would be a bit daft, wouldn't it? But, yeah. Instead of keep doing this to the camera. Horrible, ugly. So, sorry, off on a tangent, but completely caught myself there going, oh, Nicola. So, yeah, me in a past life. Past life, you can't get away from them, can you, sometimes? They do come back to you. But anyway, I said I was going to come back to my point, and I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah, don't compare yourself. Just don't. Do what you do to the best of your abilities and enjoy it. It's what we've got to do. If you don't enjoy it, then you're not going to want to spend the time doing. But whenever you've got that task that you just keep putting off and you keep putting off, or you're overthinking, or you're worrying about, eat the frog. Love that saying. Eat the frog. Just do it. Stop putting it off, because you'll feel so much better afterwards. And I definitely did after doing that Facebook Live yesterday. Got it done, got it dusted, and then today went, right, know what we're talking about, because we've all got different amounts of time to put into our business, so it means we all move forward at a different pace. There we go, something to talk about. So, that's it from me today. I'm going to disappear, but please, please, please drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you kind of like, you think it's a good idea for me to do these daily chats. I hope so. Basically, the reason I'm doing them is because it's a bit of an experiment, and it's a bit of a challenge to myself. The experiment is Facebook. We know it's getting really, really hard to use. It's just getting harder and harder and harder to get that exposure on our page, to get people seeing what we're doing. And the reason for that is that Facebook focus on the user experience. They want their users, their customers, to have a good time, stay on board, and to keep coming back. So if all they did was show them promotional posts from all the pages that they follow, they'd get a bit bored and disappear. So they kind of limit what they show them, which isn't great for us who are using it for marketing, but it's better for the end user, which is what it's all about. So for Facebook it is anyway. So we have to think about their end user and keeping their end user happy. Well, one of the things that Facebook is promoting at the moment, because they love it and it's brand new, is the Facebook Live. So I wanted to give this a go on my page to see if it really does have the boost that people are saying that it does. So here I am experimenting, and this is day 2. So yeah, so juggling things, changing things around a bit. If people like images, they'll get shown more images. If people, it's all up Facebook. Very quick insight into Facebook. Facebook base things on. Oh, Susie, thanks, Nicola. Good positive way to start the day. Off to get a couple of hours working while I can. Kids at school, preschool, have a good day. Oh, you too, Susie. Oh, I remember those. Yeah, preschool. Days are quite short when they're at preschool, aren't they? So enjoy. Have a good day, Susie. Bye. Oh, I don't know. What was that? Facebook. Very quick insight into Facebook. So Facebook. Share things with people based on their past engagement with a page. They base it on also what that person normally engages with. So if the person engages with images more, and you're posting an image, and they've got a good relationship, past history with you, they're likely to see the image. But if you post a video and they aren't an image person, they're not likely to see the video. So it's so complicated. It's so many different variables that Facebook take into account. So it really, to juggle what you do, change what you do. Word posts, image posts, video posts, live video posts, anything you can do. Oh, and links as well, of course. So, I mean, there's 5 different styles of posting there, isn't there? Test and tweak them and see what works for your audience, because Facebook change it all the while. We know that, but I'm doing this so I can test and see how Facebook live video works, and then I can come back to you and let you know how it does. And also, it's a personal challenge to me, because I'd started kind of like just hiding behind doing things inside my business every day instead of putting myself out there. So here I am, putting myself out there. I'm Nicola Smith of A Handcrafted Business and A Handcrafted Marketplace, all about handmade. Everything I do is about handmade. I love handmade. I used to have my own handmade business. I enjoyed the marketing more, and I saw so many people struggling with with marketing their makes and their work, and their skills were so much better than mine. I enjoy it, and I was good at it, but I wasn't the best. And I see so many people out there with so many skills and talents, and I just want to say, oh, do this with your marketing, and you'll fly, because you deserve it. So there's that side, but also a handcrafted marketplace where we sell them as well. Just another outlet, another platform, and that's using video, funny enough. Not always, but it can use video. It's one of the things we love. I wanted to combine that together because I do enjoy doing video. I do a lot of my training and my teaching through video, which is why it was ever so strange that I was putting this off yesterday. It's kind of a bit weird, but it is different. It's different doing Facebook Live. Give it a go if you haven't already. Do one in a group, do one in a private place where you feel safe. But anyway, I'm going. I said I was going 3 minutes ago, and I'm still here chatting. So, eat the frog if you need to. Whatever it is that you've been putting off, get that done first today if you can. Why not? Why put it off any longer? Just get it done, and you'll feel so much better for it. And also, remember, we all work at our own pace. We're all completely different. We have completely different commitments, completely different things we need to do each day, completely different crafts, completely different skills. So don't put the pressure on yourself. Don't beat yourself up by looking at other people. Just do your best and keep moving you forward. Okay, right, I'm going to go and get some work done now. Speak to you soon. Bye.